topic of reducing anxiety at meetup events. So about me, I'm a user experience designer at Elsevier, which is a medical publishing company turned information analytics company. We're also hiring UX people right now if you want to talk to me later. I'm the events lead with Girl Develop at Philly. I've been planning events of all kinds, comedians, festivals, concerts, you name it, for the past 12 years. But I'm also incredibly anxious attending events by myself. I actually went to my very first meetup by myself, not knowing if anyone I knew would be there 3 weeks ago. Only 3 weeks ago. Meghan was there, she can tell you. I would not have come to this tonight, more than likely, if I was not speaking. So, this has been a little bit of a life study for me as someone who's anxious, and it's something really important to me, and I think meetups are missing a lot of people out there who were probably gonna come, but then they got kind of nervous, and there's, I think, something in this for everyone with all kinds of events in different parts of their lives. So that's mostly why I'm talking about it. So just to start off, who are meetup attendees? It's usually a lot of people who are looking to learn something new, they're networking, they wanna make friends, join a group or a community. And in general, I think it's a lot of people who are outside of their comfort zones, based on my experience with Girl Develop It especially. It's a lot of people who almost didn't come, but they decided to show up anyway. One time I sent an email out to a group when I was in Chicago and was like, I know it's really scary, but you can do this. And someone came in and told me that they were sitting in their car for 20 minutes until they finally decided to come in. Like, just people get really anxious, and sometimes other people don't know. So what makes people anxious? A huge one is attending alone, which is a problem for me. Being uneasy in social situations, especially nowadays, I don't think people are comfortable just walking up to someone and introducing themselves. I think that's seen really differently today compared to way back when it was kind of required. Never attending a meetup before, so if you've never been to any meetup, that's just terrifying. But if you've never been to a very specific meetup, like maybe you've never been to a Girl Develop It one or a PANMA one or a Code for Philly, it's like, ooh, what's the expectation here? Imposter syndrome is a huge one for Girl Develop It because a lot of women that are coming in wanting to learn technology, they're assuming everyone there already knows it and that they're the only one that doesn't know, and they're gonna look silly. And another one for me is not being familiar with the physical space. I always feel like I'm gonna look like an idiot when I make a wrong turn and then someone sees me walk back the other way, or like somehow I'm just gonna make an ass of myself. Like, that's just an assumption that I make. So a lot of people that are afraid of the unknown, they're not sure what to expect. So this is my very small, non-exhaustive event journey map. And most of what's going on with the meetup situation is happening way before your event. So you're finding out about it, deciding to go, you're getting ready and arriving. Being at the event is really not as anxiety-inducing as what Kenny Loggins and I call the danger zone. Yeah, so this is the biggest area where people are starting to make excuses. Oh, but I'm really tired. Oh, but it was a long day. Oh, I'll go to the next one. So-and-so can't go anyway. It starts happening, and people don't even realize that they're talking themselves out of attending. So danger zone sector 1, what I'm calling where do I go, that physical space thing that's terrifying. For me, I have really specific rules about choosing a venue, and I will happily share them with you another time. Like, I literally have a checklist. But it has to have like an easily findable private space or an area or stairs that take you somewhere. Like, someone wanted me to use Uptown Beer Garden. Absolutely not. You can't find anybody in that place. Signage for any potential places of confusion. Emails with specific directions and any potentially confusing parts. Like, my office is a nightmare. They're having a meetup there tonight, and I want to get in trouble because I've posted signs on the doors. Danger zone sector 2 is I'm going to be by myself. So some of the solutions that I have for that are having a table for greeting people. So I think a lot of times people are afraid no one's going to even care if they're there. So having them feel seen and acknowledged is really important. Also, this was my life's work, was having a t-shirt that identified people at the event, because I know that for me it would make me feel comfortable to know, like, okay, you're not just going to be like, why are you talking to me? So this just happened in the beginning of the month? Oh my God, yeah. It was literally like 4 weeks ago. But I got these t-shirts for the other organizers and myself, and they were a huge hit, so people could just know who to talk to. Also, I'm really big on introducing people to others. I think if there's one thing I could tell people to do for events, it's to just go introduce people to others. I tell someone, hey, someone's by themselves over there. Can you go talk to them and find someone for them to talk to, because not everybody's great at doing that. And I'm willing to be that awkward person because other people are scared to do it. So I'll just walk up and be as awkward as possible, and they feel great in comparison. Of course, name tags, because nobody feels super confident wearing a name tag. It's a great equalizer. And just those conversation starters that people put on them. Danger Zone Sector 3 is I'm going to be the odd one out. So this was a while ago when I had balloons, because that was the only way to identify where I was in Independence Beer Garden, because I had not identified my rules for venues yet. So I had balloons, I had my name tag, I was trying to help people figure out where I was. So the solutions for I'm going to be the odd one out with imposter syndrome, with assuming like I would have come to this like event like 10 years ago being like everyone here already knows each other. I'm confident of it. I will be the only one that does not know anyone and will not know what's going on, and I'm going to walk into the wrong room and somehow embarrass myself. So emails, I think, really help people understand that they're not going to be the only new person. That's for Girl Development, that is especially helpful, because a lot of women walk in and go, I don't know anything about technology. And I'm like, okay, neither does that lady. Neither do any of us. So emails to let people know who they can approach and feel confident that they're going to get a positive response from. So you're kind of guaranteed a connection, even if you don't know anyone. And also letting people know that it's okay to be nervous, and being able to empathize with the people that are attending your event. So especially those people that, you know, meetups are really scary, and a lot of people do them as like New Year's resolutions, things like that. So helping those people out and helping them feel comfortable is really important. And that's pretty much it. So just help people understand what to expect, use instructions and directions to minimize confusion, and try to empathize with your audience. So even if somebody doesn't have like really strong anxiety, I think everybody feels a little bit hesitant now and then. So hopefully this can help you somehow in your life, even if you don't run meetup events.